Hey everyone. Um, we're going to talk today about Cesco and a lot of you that want to come here and possibly move here like we did. We moved here in September of 2022, so we just got here, kind of. We have a lot of checklists, a lot of things that we want to accomplish, and one of them on the top of our list was Cesco, which is the Puerto Rican DMV here. And it's not a hard process. It really is not, as long as you have your paperwork and everything that you need together. So let me explain to you by saying that what we asked for was the reciprocity. So the license in the United States is good here. So what we wanted to do was have a Puerto Rican license so we can go ahead and buy a car here, get a home here, and do everything in the beginning the way we needed to do it. So we went down to Cesco. The one that we went to was the one that's located in Humacao. In the links on the bottom, I'll give you that information. But we went to the one in Humacao. Very nice people, very serviceable, very polite. That's one thing of what I love about this island. But anyway, so I went there. I took all my documents. You know, your driver's license from the United States, birth certificate, social security card, proof of address here. We're currently living with my father right now, so he had to notarize. We had to have something notarized from him. And then he also gave us a copy of his light bill. So we used that. But the problem was that when we went and made our appointment and went down there, we were told that as of 2000, you also have to do an alcohol and drug um, substance abuse course, and that's online. And if you go to the CESCO website, which I will link it down below, you will see that it'll throw you right into their website. It'll also show you what it is you're supposed to do step by step. So, I mean, it's very user friendly. However, since I was not aware, and neither was my husband, we were not aware about the course that needed to be taken. We hadn't taken that test. So now we went ahead and we were like, okay, now we have to go back home, start taking this test. It was online. It's 40 questions. You have to get an 80 or better, and for you to get your certificate. Well, that part was okay, because you answer the questions. I thought it was actually like a practice test. Because I think somewhere on the website, I can't remember right now, but somewhere on the website, I think it does say practice test. So I'm over here thinking, I'm just practicing, so if I get something wrong, it's okay. And the good thing about this course is that they show you a video, and then after you see the video, they'll go ahead and they'll ask you questions about that video. So, which was cool, that was fine. But then, once I finished it, I did this darn thing like 5 times. And the reason why I did it 5 times is because nowhere on the website does it tell you what happens at the end. So I'm going to tell you what happens at the end. When you get to the end of doing your test, you scroll all the way down in Spanish. It'll say certificate, certificado, and then you click that. When you click that, it doesn't mean that you're done, which is what I thought. I've been watching, other YouTubers, and I remember somebody saying, it goes straight to the DMV here. And so I was confident, I said, this is great. But then my husband, Mr. Know-It-All, right? He goes to do the test, and he hits certificate. He takes it all the way to the bottom where it says download certificate, people. Yes, download certificate. So I had not downloaded the certificate, but I was under the impression that, they got it over there. Yeah, my husband over here, you know, quietly, he had downloaded his certificate. I guess he thought since I was doing it first that I knew about it, but I don't know what happened that day. I can't even tell you. So anyway, so we get to Cesco, And this lady, she starts looking for this test, on her database, and she can't find it. So now I'm getting aggravated, right? Because this is like the second time that I come in here, and they're still being very nice, very professional, very courteous. So I really didn't, it wasn't her fault. But I couldn't figure out for the life of me what was going on. So now my husband is on with someone else in another little window. And I go running over to him and I tell him, help, like what happened? And it turns out that that's what I hadn't done. So all I had to do was go back into the website, sign in, because you do have to register, signed in. And once I signed in, it showed up. And all I had to do was download it. When I downloaded it, I took a screenshot of it. I showed it to her. She just needed the number and the certificate, and we were good to go. All that, right? All because I thought that it just went straight to the DMV and there was nothing else for me to do. Who knew? I don't know. Live and learn, right? So I just wanted to make sure that as far as the cesco part, that everybody is aware of how that works. Like I said, the process is easy. Um, the next thing that you're going to have to do is buy what they call here sellos, which are stamps. And yes, they're literal stamps. And you have to purchase these stamps. Some are $17, some are 16, some are 20, and so on and so forth, right? For you to get your license, if you're coming from the United States, it's like maybe like $17 or something that you're gonna need. Um, no more than 20 for those stamps. However, if you're coming here from the United States thinking, I'm just gonna go ahead and get my real ID, that's not happening. Um, Something about when you come from the States that they don't automatically, even though you're giving them all the paperwork like you would for a passport, even though you give them all the paperwork like you did when you did your real ID, it does not translate here. So I could not do the real ID. We both couldn't do the real ID. But they said, like once we're established within the next 6 months or so, we could always go back and then do the real ID. And that's an extra stamp. That stamp is like $20. So not a big deal. And then what you're also going to have to do in that same complex, they also have the lawyer who can notarize any paperwork that you want. When they notarized our paperwork, he charged us 40. Um, when it was the stamps, like I said, the stamps were not expensive at all. And then I'm trying to think, the next thing had to do with the doctor. So when we walk into this place, I'm thinking I'm going to see a doctor, right? No, I didn't see no doctor. I get up to this window, and lo and behold, the person that was in front of me is a doctor. And I did not know that he was a doctor. And all he said was, what color are your eyes? How tall are you? What's your weight? And then he said, turn around, read the eye chart where the red line is. There were two red lines, by the way. Okay. So, I read it to him. He never bothered to look up from his little behind the counter thing. And he just checked off that application, good to go. Everything was done. When we went back, we took in all our paperwork, like I said before. Everything, the pictures had already been taken, all that was done. So, all in all, it was a really nice process. They were very organized. I mean, extremely organized. And I love organization to begin with. So for me, it was really nice that they were that organized. So if you are, thinking about moving to the island and there's certain things that you need to get accomplished, um, I'm going to be showing you a couple of things. We're going to be buying a car. Sorry about the noise. Besides the roosters, somebody is sawing wood over here. So besides that, we're gonna get ready to buy a car, and then we'll show you the process, how that goes, what's the insurance like here, and so on and so forth. I have other YouTubers out there that are very nice. They have done some videos like this, but since I'm actually going through the process right now, I said, what a great way to introduce everybody to Puerto Rico, and to also show you this beautiful island, and the reason why we came here. Um, You can hear the roosters. There you go. Don't they sound nice? And obviously, this beautiful view behind me. Um, so if you are interested in coming to the island, we're going to be traveling all around the island. We're going to be learning. So you'll be learning along with us. Um, Even though I am Puerto Rican, my parents and my family are from here. I wasn't raised here, but I knew I was always going to come back home. So here I am, trying to get a couple of things accomplished. And I'd like for you to join me in this process. So it was good talking to all of you. And remember, next time we'll probably be talking about purchasing a car. All right? Stay well.